Good afternoon, everyone. Philip from Blackburn Markets here. Hope you guys are doing well. It's the end of the week for us here in New Zealand, so I'll take you through just a couple of charts we're going to be looking at for next week's trading sessions. We've got a lot to look at, so I'll dive straight into it. Very exciting week for next week, so like I said, let's dive into it. So we've got Aussie CAD. It's the 4-hour bar chart, so you can see we've got a nice triangle here. That wick is a little bit concerning for me, but nonetheless, it still is a valid triangle. So breaks to the up or to the downside either way. It looks like there's a bit of a weakness in the Aussie, so we'll have a look. Breaks to the up or the downside in the triangle. So next one we're going to look at is the Aussie Swiss franc. There we go. So this is a daily bar chart. So you can see it's a bit of a messy head and shoulders. You can see the head was sort of a very, very strong resistance level. This is we've got this left shoulder coming, the right shoulder coming up. Didn't quite reach that previous level of the left shoulder, but it is still valid. So you can see we are looking for potential trades to the downside. This is also as well a very strong support level here on 0.72. So we'll see what happens. If it does break through, we could expect good moves to the downside. So yes, that's it for the Aussie Swiss franc. Next one is the Aussie New Zealand dollar. So this one we've got a bit of a triangle. So on the 4-hour, I've got this triangle showing up the daily as well. A little bit messy, so we'll stick to the 4-hour. You can also see there's a head and shoulders pattern moving inside of it. So like I said, bit of a strong indication that the Aussie could potentially go down. But again, this is a very strong support level. So we'll just have a look, breaks to the up or to the downside. But this head and shoulders just confirms that there could be a strong move to the downside. Just keep an eye on it. So we'll see what happens with it. The next one we're going to look at is the Aussie US dollar. So I'm just kind of pushing through these. There's quite a few to look at. So in the Aussie US dollar, we've got a nice double bottom sort of appearing over here. This is a 0.3731 level. It's a 4-hour bar chart. So we could look at this. This one actually fooled around with me a bit. We had a lot of false head and shoulders here. So this was quite frustrating for my week of trading, but it did end up being a pretty good week as well. Catching quite a few good moves. So you can see we've had this first head and shoulders over here, which wasn't actually too bad if you just manage your risk quite well, and then we had another one coming down over here. So this one as well. They were all pretty decent, all right trades, but it didn't really continue that trend. So hopefully now on this bounce over here on the double bottom, we could see a potential trend move or swing of the trend. So we'll see it as a quite strong support level. You can see it did offer some support previously here as well. So this is the 4-hour bar chart for Aussie US dollar. So just keep an eye on that on the double bottom. Looks like it already started to move upwards. Hopefully it does continue. So we'll see what happens in it. There are a lot of support levels. Resistance levels to the upside. So we'll have a look. There's a very strong one here. It's 0.74428. So just keep an eye on it. If it does break past that, we've got another smaller support resistance level here at 0.74832. So just keep an eye on that. Hopefully this is a nice big move coming in the Aussie US dollar for next week. Now the next one is we're going to be looking at Brent. So Brent is very in detail. I've got this bit of Elliott wave in this for you guys. For all the Elliott wave fanatics out of there, you can see I've labeled it from waves 1, 2, just pull it down here. Waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll keep an eye on this since we didn't really have the guideline of alternation for these two waves, for the waves 2 and 4. So we'll have a look at it. It does look like it is moving smaller. All the corrections are moving smaller, and the wave degrees are sort of shrinking in. So we'll see. Could see maybe a big drop after a wave 5. So I am looking for a wave 5. You can see all the previous corrections move to their wave 4, so all the wave 4s move to the lower degrees of wave 4. So we'll have a look. This one did sort of break through that this channel and a little bit past this previous wave 4 as well. So we'll have a look. This could also signify breaking this trend. This channel could also signify a strong move to the upside. But we'll have a look. We'll see what happens with that. Like I said, this was quite a strong pattern. So we've got our leading diagonal moving up to a ABC wave for the B wave, and then also a nice strong impulse wave for wave C, coming down as waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I mean, we'll have a look. This does look quite nice. Just depends on what it does. If it does move to the down, we'll have to recount our waves and see what is going on here. But I mean, this is what I'm looking for. It's looking really nice to me. Hopefully this does play out as I want it to play out. The next one is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will continue on from that the very nice head and shoulders we had. So you can see it has actually kept moving up. In the previous video we did, you can see it actually did continue moving up very strongly with this big candle while we were actually doing the video. And then the video before that, we talked in it as well as one of the key pairs to keep an eye on. We were actually talking about it around about here. So this is for the right shoulder, but it looks like it did, like I said, it did move down a little bit to the same level as that previous left shoulder, which is $6,123 for Bitcoin. And then it did make a nice green candle close, so that was a good sort of a indication to enter. Hopefully if you did watch our video, you caught this move to the upside, and I mean it just made a really strong move to the upside, all the way to $7,419 right now. So I mean, but it is hitting this this resistance level. There is a resistance level, sorry, coming up in $7,737. So we'll have a look. We also can use our Fibonacci as well, if you guys are not familiar with that. Also a very good analysis tool to use. You can see it is sort of stalled on that 132.8 level. So we could potentially see a move to the 161.8%. You can see that is spot on that resistance level over there. And then, so it could actually be, if you have a little bit of Elliott wave, it could actually be waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hopefully 5. Hopefully showing a start to a whole new uptrend in Bitcoin. I mean, if we do look on the daily, we can see it did hit these really strong support on $6,123. So I mean, it is very strong. So I mean, there is a good chance that Bitcoin can move up. But I mean, we'll see lots of stops along the ways, like I said in the previous video as well. Very strong resistance levels. You can see we had a bit of a head and shoulders over here, so false head and shoulders actually. So I mean, this could be a false signal as well, like we did have here previously. So just keep an eye on it, guys. There are lots of potential trades that we're looking for. Everyone here on the research team is looking at this right now. So it is a very good currency, or shall I say cross currency or pair, or whatever you want to look at. So very nice looking. And also all the other cryptocurrencies do sort of follow each other, as it is the same group of people trading it. So I mean, there's the same sort of psychology, so they will look quite similar. And then moving on to Euro Aussie. So you can see this is a very strong sideways consolidation for the Euro Aussie. I did actually have a false breakout here, but it's right. We managed our risk quite well, so we didn't take any big losses on this. Then another sort of wick to the upside. So we didn't take this one because obviously, you know, like I said, we do only take trades when the candle does close above our patterns or below our patterns. So looking at this, there are trades to the up or to the downside. Very strong. So also guys, if the pattern does continue on in this, it just makes it more stronger and makes the break even more reliable, and gives you a better signal, and it could also show a stronger move when it does break. So keep an eye on this, guys. It is a very good consolidation. When it does break, hopefully we'll get some nice trades from that. So the next one is the Euro US dollar. Where is it? There it is. And you can see this also on the weekly. So if you guys are more interested in holding your positions a little bit longer, we could potentially see a head and shoulders forming over here. I'll show. There's also a little bit of analysis as well that we could see to give us a little bit of multiple time frame analysis to give us the upper hand on this pattern. So I mean, this is what we could be looking for. It could continue past this point, making a double top as well. So I mean, we'll see it. Like I said, like it is, guys. It's not always 100% right. So I mean, but it does give us the upper hand. So we could see that move, or either a nice head and shoulders move to the up and then to the downside. So keep an eye on that. I mean, if you are willing to wait this long, or you could even trade this leg to the upside. And then coming down to the daily chart, we can see it has made a triangle. You can either have the triangle lines here, I like this one a bit better, but some of our colleagues have actually drawn it over here as well. So we either way, it is the same outcome with it when it breaks that line. So we'll see trades to the up or to the downside. Like I said, we've got that head and shoulders pattern coming up. So if we just draw a line, a support line over here, resistance line here for that left shoulder, we can look on the daily. So we can see we're looking for a potential move to this 1.20350 level. So that is a key level as well. And then, but even looking downwards as well, if it does break to the downside, we could look for trades down to the downside. But I mean, very strong support level here, has offered previous resistance and then now to a support level. So we'll have a look at it. That is the key one we're looking at, is the head and shoulders for long term. So keep an eye on that, guys. It could give you a nice sort of long term investing sort of trade. And then the last one we're going to be looking at is the New Zealand dollar CAD. There we go. So this one is a triangle. You can see it is sort of looks like it might break, but I mean it could also still give us a false break. So like I said, the majority of us here on the team are looking for a close of the candle. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, you can enter it on that break. Just always manage your risk properly, guys. That is the key to make sure your account doesn't get blown up. And you can see here on the weekly as well, we've got sort of a triangle. I'm not really a big fan of this, but I mean it could still break to the downside. But I mean I'd look for further moves to consolidate this triangle and confirm it a bit better. So I mean we could look for moves to the upside to that trend line as well. So I mean we'll have a look, and then eventually, you know, hopefully a break of this triangle offering again a more sort of a long-term investing kind of a trade, either way on the break to the top side or to the downside. But that is it for this video, guys. Quite a lot of pairs for next week. Very exciting. Lots of trading next week, so keep a close eye on your charts. We're all looking forward to the week of trading, guys. Thanks very much for watching. If you did like this video, give us a thumbs up. Also click that subscribe button. And if you want to get notifications, make sure to click the bell icon to get those notifications of any new videos that we will be releasing. If you want to have a chat with us, please hop online at blackbullmarkets.com. Click that green button that says live chat and we'll get straight to you. And if you want to communicate via email, if it's a bit easier for you, please do so. Email us at support@blackbullmarkets.com and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Alright guys, from everyone here at Black Bull Markets, enjoy your weekend and safe trading. Thanks for watching.